What's going on, people? It's your boy Freddie Johnson, aka Freddie's Blades, aka Pastor Freddie Johnson. Listen, I just wanted to share something with you real quick, and I think it's necessary for us to talk about it. There are a lot of senseless deaths that are taking place in our communities, and I think we need to take immediate aggressive action. Immediate aggressive action. One of the ways I believe that we can be effective in being able to change the way our community responds to certain tragedies that take place in our community is to make sure that we are looking at it differently. We are changing the narrative. We are changing the perspective. Therefore, we will change the environment. What am I talking about? We just recently lost a very powerful icon in our culture by the name of Takeoff, who was a very important part of a group called Migos. And we know stories of what has taken place, but at the end of the day, his life is lost. So what are we looking at right now? We're looking at two opportunities. One opportunity, and that is to look down on this situation, to extract the worst out of this situation and pull out the most negative that we can as far as how we dictate this narrative. Or we can take the opportunity to look at this situation and turn it around for good. Why am I saying this? I'm saying this because of the fact that we know that the members of the Migos had grown up in a part of Atlanta where they're around a culture that necessarily and purposely make sure that when they lose a loved one, they don't focus on the loss of the life, but they focus on the life that had been lived, the gift that had been given to them. So instead of grieving, what they do is they celebrate. And we hope that Quavo and Offset will take this mindset, as well as Takeoff's family will take this mindset of celebration. Let's celebrate the opportunity that we've had to be able to witness this great talent. Let's celebrate the opportunity that we had to be able to witness this great personality, this great individual who was only with us for 28 years, but was with us for 28 years. You understand what I'm saying? So in that period of time, we have been able to be in contact with him via, if you were a teacher, if you were a friend, if you were a family member, if you were a fan, if you was one that just happened to hear him on a radio one day, or see an interview on YouTube or something like that, or be able to scroll on your social media and have an opportunity to be able to, see a little snippet of one of his performances. I remember in the barbershop, there was a time when we all sat around. It wasn't real busy at the time. There might be a couple of us that had clients, but the shop wasn't super busy. We took the opportunity to turn on NPR's Tiny Desk, and that Tiny Desk performance had a lot of people in the room. Their jaw was dropped because of the fact that there was so much excellence in the delivery of their music in that period of time. There was so much delivery that was just on another level of what we saw. So, there were those who were just watching, that were kind of in awe. There were those who were nodding their heads. But, we had Quavo, we had Offset, we had Takeoff in there just doing their thing, just shining. And it wasn't even like they were, like I'm from the 90s, you know what I'm saying? As far as like the point of era, the apex in which I listened to hip hop, you know what I mean? So during that period of time, you had a lot of MCs that were doing a lot of dance moves and all this different kind of stuff. There's a lot of extra things going on stage or in the video, which captured our attention. But in the most part, in this specific video, in this specific sharing of their gifts, of their talents, Offset, Quavo, and Takeoff was just sitting on the couch, just chilling. Sitting on the couch, just lounging and just spitting their gift, just spitting what they have prepared. You understand what I'm saying? So you had a chance to be able to witness and see why this group had caught the attention of this generation. You had an opportunity to see why this group had even changed the way some rappers rap, changed the way some of them even like just expressed their swag or did everything that they did everywhere that they went, because of the fact that there was so much greatness and excellence that has been displayed from this group. It put people in a position to pay attention and put people in a position to see what was going on, put people in a position to be able to see hip hop from another perspective, to see it another way, to see it in another light. And I think with this opportunity that we have right now, it is exactly what we can do. We know that Atlanta, Georgia is like the mecca of hip hop right now. You know what I'm saying? I'm not talking about where it originated and all that. I'm not trying to start no arguments. I'm just talking about it's being the center of attention, it being that place where people want to come and experience hip hop from all over the world. So now with this opportunity that we have, if we take this opportunity to go ahead and shed light, if we take this opportunity to celebrate instead of focusing on grieving and being down, if we focus on being up and doing what needs to be done in order to be able to lift other hearts and lift other spirits, what we'll have the opportunity to do is put the world in the realm, in the space of celebration. We'll be able to put those onlookers who might be in London, who might be in France, who might be in Thailand, different parts of Africa, China, other parts of Asia, will be able to witness this and pick up the mindset, pick up the spirit of celebrating a life instead of mourning a death. We have an opportunity now to be able to shine so much light in the world that it'll blind some people's eyes. I say that because it's going to confuse some individuals. They're going to wonder why we didn't take this soapbox stance. They're going to wonder why we didn't focus on the statistics of how many black men are shot or how many black men are lost to senseless deaths all over the world. But we will take the opportunity to celebrate these lives. If we take the opportunity to celebrate the lives that we have lost, then there's going to be a whole nother perspective. There's going to be a whole nother level of insight. There's going to be a whole nother level of light that's going to be shown on the situation. So we'll have the opportunity to be able to truly lift the spirits of the world. We'll have the opportunity to truly be able to just rock the house, you know what I'm saying, in the spirit of hip hop in a whole different type of way. So it's just something for us to be able to think about, because the whole world is going to be watching Atlanta. So Atlanta has an opportunity and responsibility to lift the heads of the world. And if we do that, there's going to be a party all over the city. If we do that, there's going to be a party all over the planet. If we do that, we're going to take away the sting of those who made the decision, or the individual who made the decision to take this life, and we'll also take away the intent, the motivation of those who might think they're going to get, this negative spotlight, this negative outcome, this negative shining, on such a tragic situation that might have taken place. So it's just another perspective. It's another way to look at it. And I believe if we do this, we will be able to begin the process of defeating the sting of death in our community, so that we will be able to focus on life and bring more life everywhere we go. And that's exactly what we want to do. That's the spirit of hip hop, setting a tone of leadership all across the planet, so everybody's following us in order to be able to live the best life, to live our most positive life, to live the most optimistic life that we can live, so that we can have more life before it's time for us to transition to eternal life. I'll talk to y'all later. Love y'all. Peace.